Aquarius, listen closely. Between June 2nd and June 5th, you are stepping into something that looks normal, but is spiritually dangerous. You're about to walk through a cosmic minefield, where one wrong move could block your entire destiny. This isn't just another week. This is your final checkpoint before a massive shift in your soul's journey. And the scariest part, you might not even see the trap until it's too late. That's why this message found you. The universe brought you here. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 3 spiritual traps coming between June 2nd and June 5th. Traps designed to test your mind, your heart, and your soul alignment. They are subtle. They are karmic. And if you fall for them, you could stay stuck in a repeating cycle until 2028. Let that sink in. 5 more years of emotional confusion, delays, and spiritual blocks, all because of what you do or don't do this week. So stay until the end, Aquarius, because the final trap I reveal might be the one you're already in right now. This could be the most important message you receive all year. Don't skip a second. Aquarius, the timing of this test is not random. It's been written in the stars for months. Between June 2nd and June 5th, we're entering a Mercury shadow phase, the calm before the storm. It's not just about technology or miscommunication. This phase is a karmic cleansing portal where the universe quietly brings up your unfinished soul contracts, lingering distractions, and spiritual baggage. And for you, Aquarius, it's even deeper. You're ruled by Uranus, the planet of sudden shifts, rebellion, and divine disruption. Uranus doesn't move slowly. It shakes foundations, exposes illusions, and clears the path for radical transformation. Right now, the universe is removing the noise, people, patterns, habits, anything that's pulling you away from your soul mission. But here's the truth. Before every major upgrade, the universe sends one final exam, one last trap to see if you've actually learned the lesson. That's exactly what this energy window is, a test of your alignment, a test of your trust, a test of your power to choose differently this time. If you're still clinging to the old version of yourself, the one that people pleased, overthought, or went back to what hurt you, you'll miss the door opening in front of you, because before you rise, Aquarius, you must be tested. And if you pass, you step into a timeline that is nothing like your past. New energy, new opportunities, new identity. But if you fall for the traps, you'll repeat the same cycle for another 3 to 5 years. That's why this message isn't just a video. It's a divine intervention. The universe wants to see, are you finally ready? Aquarius, you've always been the lone wolf, the visionary, the rebel who walks ahead of the crowd. And that independence, it's powerful. But between June 2nd and June 5th, it could become your biggest spiritual trap. Because during this sacred testing window, you'll feel the sudden urge to pull away, to shut down, to isolate. You'll tell yourself, no one gets me. I'll figure it out alone. It's just easier that way. But that thought isn't guidance. It's a trap. Your destiny doesn't want you to walk this path alone. The universe is trying to send you soul allies, destiny partners, and energetic helpers. But if you keep cancelling plans, ignoring messages, ghosting support systems, or feeling energetically drained around others, you'll block every blessing they're trying to bring you. This isn't the time to retreat. It's the time to reconnect with intention. Not with everyone, but with the ones your soul feels are safe. Let's be real. Isolation may feel like protection, but right now, it's actually stagnation in disguise. You're not meant to be a hermit in this season. You're meant to be seen, supported, and spiritually surrounded. The test. Can you trust the right people to walk beside you, even when your mind says, I got this alone. Because the truth is, you don't have to do it alone anymore. Let that sink in. Affirm this now. I allow the right people to walk with me into my next chapter. Say it again and feel your heart open, because the universe is watching, and this time your openness could be the key to everything. Aquarius, if there's one place you get trapped more than anywhere else, it's your mind. You're an air sign. Brilliant, analytical, visionary. But during June 2nd to June 5th, that powerful mind of yours can turn into a spiritual battlefield. You'll start second-guessing everything. Your decisions, your timing, your self-worth. You'll find yourself questioning, am I on the right path? Did I make a mistake? Should I go back? And in those moments, the enemy won't be outside of you. It'll be inside your head. Your mind will be your biggest enemy if you're not careful. This is one of the cleverest spiritual traps Aquarius faces, the trap of mental chaos and overthinking. It starts small, a little doubt, a missed message, a confusing dream, and then, boom, you're spiraling. You can't sleep, you can't focus, you're mentally exhausted. Warning signs, trouble sleeping, anxious thoughts before bed, constantly replaying conversations or imagining worst-case scenarios, feeling mentally foggy or indecisive, being paralyzed by too many choices. But here's the truth. This isn't a thinking problem, it's a spiritual test. The universe isn't asking you to figure everything out right now. It's asking you to surrender the outcome and trust the divine timing that's unfolding. Because if your mind stays loud, you'll miss the quiet whispers of your intuition, the synchronicities, the signs, the soul nudges that could change everything. So how do you pass this test? Journal. Let your thoughts out instead of letting them spiral. Meditate. Even 5 minutes of stillness will reset your frequency. Move your body. Grounding through physical action helps release mental tension. Ask your higher self, is this fear or is this guidance? And most of all, speak this affirmation every morning. My mind is quiet. I receive only thoughts aligned with my highest path, because once the mind gets quiet, the soul finally gets a voice. Aquarius. This is the most dangerous trap of all, because it wears the disguise of comfort, love, and old memories. Between June 2nd and June 5th, a karmic loop will resurface. You'll feel a sudden urge to go back to an ex you swore you were done with, to a toxic job or routine that drained your soul, or to a version of yourself you've already outgrown, and it will feel safe, familiar, even right. Because nostalgia is a powerful illusion. But hear this loud and clear. The universe already closed that door for a reason. This moment isn't about comfort, it's about choice. Will you move forward or fall back? Warning signs, feeling nostalgic for things that once hurt you. Texting or calling someone who is part of your past, not your future. Telling yourself, maybe it'll be different this time. Making excuses for toxic people or habits. Justifying returning to what drained you emotionally, spiritually, or physically. Aquarius. This is your final test before the breakthrough, and if you go back now, you delay everything. Your next love chapter, financial breakthroughs, soul mission alignment, emotional peace. You've worked too hard to go backwards now. You've cried, healed, journaled, grown. Don't throw that all away for a moment of fake comfort. Here's what to do. Write a release letter. Pour out everything. What hurt, what you learned, and why you're ready to let go. Then burn it. Let the ashes carry away the past, and say this out loud. With power, I don't go back to what broke me. I rise higher, stronger, and wiser, because that's the version of you that unlocks the future you've been praying for. Aquarius. Now, take a deep breath, because if you pass these tests between June 2nd and June 5th, everything changes. You'll feel lighter, like a massive energetic weight has been lifted. You'll feel more aligned, like your path is finally making sense again. You'll feel spiritually protected, as if invisible hands are guiding your next steps. This is what happens when you avoid the traps. This is what happens when you say, no more to the past, yes to my higher self. Because when you pass a divine test, the universe doesn't just notice, it rewards you, and suddenly you'll start seeing synchronicities everywhere. Angel numbers on the clock, random texts from aligned souls, unexpected opportunities flowing into your life, a deep inner calm that says, I'm exactly where I need to be. Financial flow will begin to open, not from effort alone, but from alignment. Soulmate energy begins to orbit around you, people who see you, support you, and walk beside you without agenda. And divine timing starts to click, like puzzle pieces falling into place without you having to force a thing. It's the shift from struggle to spiritual flow. Aquarius, this is the timeline you were meant for, a timeline where you don't shrink, you don't chase, you don't repeat. You lead, you create, you transform. Because you've finally proven, not just to the universe but to yourself, that you are ready for the next level. The version of you that passes this test unlocks miracles you haven't even imagined yet. Aquarius. Now that you know what's coming, the question is, what do you do next? Because awareness without action changes nothing. So here are 3 powerful steps to prepare your energy between June 2nd and June 5th to pass the test and claim your divine timeline. Step 1. Ground yourself daily. Your energy is air. You're in your head, up in the stars, chasing the next idea. But this test requires you to come back down to earth. Walk barefoot on grass or soil, even just 5 minutes a day. Journal your thoughts every morning or night. Clear mental clutter. Breathe deeply, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And be still. This anchors your spirit and keeps you from floating into fear or distraction. Step 2. Clear your energy field. The traps aren't always visible, they're energetic, so you must keep your aura clean. Take a salt bath to dissolve energetic residue. Burn Palo Santo or sage in your space, especially your bedroom. Wear obsidian or amethyst crystals for protection and clarity. This keeps outside noise from invading your inner peace. Step 3. Speak your timeline into existence. Your voice is your spell. Your words are commands to the universe. So speak what you want, boldly and often. Say this every morning. I am ready for my divine upgrade. I choose alignment, not delay. Write it, speak it, feel it. Because what you declare, you attract. Final affirmation. Let's seal this part with power. Place your hand on your heart and say it with me. I choose alignment. I reject all spiritual traps. Again, louder. I choose alignment. I reject all spiritual traps. Because now, you're not just prepared, you're activated. Aquarius. If you've made it to this point, you already know. This isn't just a video. This is a cosmic wake-up call, and the tests ahead. They're only going to get deeper, more subtle, and more powerful. So don't walk this path alone. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because the next test could be even harder, and I want you to be ready before it hits. You deserve spiritual protection, insight, and a guide. I'll be here for you, every step of the way. Share this message with another Aquarius, a friend, a sibling, someone you love, because they might be walking straight into a spiritual trap right now and have no idea what's coming. Let's help them before it's too late. And now, go watch this next video. Aquarius 5 millionaire numbers for June. Decode them before June 7th. Because once you survive the test, your reward is already waiting. And finally, comment below 11 times. I choose alignment. I reject all spiritual traps. Say it again. Say it like you mean it. Let your higher self, your angels, and the universe hear your voice. Because this time, Aquarius, you are choosing your timeline, and the universe is listening.